If I went back in time to the day I wanted to start content creation, I would tell myself three things. And after 3 years of gaining experience creating videos, editing videos, scripting videos, and creating over 300 pieces of content, it would be an extremely easy choice and opinions to tell myself to make my workflow, my content, and myself better. Now the first one is really easy. You're not good enough. Everyone who starts content creation thinks he's going to be the best. He's going to be the most perfect and the most successful content creator ever and in that niche, even if he doesn't understand what the word niche means. So if I went back in time, I would tell myself this: you're not going to be the greatest. You're going to be a simple content creator who wants to tell first his story and then expand his wisdom. And this is something that I would tell myself to remove the ego and thinking to myself that I'm going to be the best even before starting. From the outside of it, content creation seems really simple. It seems like an extremely easy thing to do. Just put down the camera and talk to the camera about anything that you like. Turns out that content creation is really much more complex than that. It takes a lot of effort, and believe me when I say this, a lot of effort, because you're not going to be just a person who stands in front of the camera or sits in front of the camera. You're going to be so much more than that to be able to actually create content that get views and make people connect with you. And to simplify the roles of any content creator, every piece of content that you make is going to take 5 steps if you want to actually succeed as a content creator. The first one is research. You have to understand what's working and what's not working on that niche and in that platform. The second one is finding ideas, and this is the most critical and the most important step to create any piece of content. Now the third one is scripting and outlining the video. This could be simple and this could be hard, but believe me when I say the hardest choice is often the simplest one. When you put down the camera without a script and without outlining your video is going to be a mess and you're not going to present anything meaningful to anyone who watches. That's why the hard choice, which is actually putting your ass down on a chair and scripting your videos, is the most painful part about content creation, believe me that when I say this, but it's going to be a lot easier if you actually do it. Now the first step is making that piece of content, which includes filming and editing. And these could be simple and these could be hard, depending on the video format and your ability to create content. And the best part about this actual step, it takes practice. The more you create content, the easier it's going to get. Now the fifth one is analysis. So many small creators neglect this, which makes them go into a loop of creating content that isn't working. Now the second tip that I'm going to tell myself, it's not about the gear. Believe me, I've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars thinking it's all about the gear, looking at professional content creators with the best cameras, the best gear, and more than a soft light, big ambient lights, thinking to myself that I need to have it all. But the most important part about content creation is actually consistency. Consistency is the king at a chessboard. You have to sacrifice everything that you have in order to protect your consistency. The more consistent you are, the easier it's going to be for you to succeed as a content creator, because everything will work with you. Let me tell you the importance of consistency in simple words. If you have a friend that you see once a year or twice a year, it's going to be hard for you to actually trust them. That's why consistency is actually really important. When you appear in front of people so much, your face becomes really familiar. The more they see you, the more chance that you have that people will actually listen to you and watch your videos. If you don't have consistency in content creation or in anything in your life, you will never be successful. Now the third and the most important step of content creation, which makes everything really easy, and I really understood this really late. If you want to actually win, if you want to grow successful, if you want to have everything that you ever wanted, you have to create systems. You have to create a way for you to make everything easier for you. Because content creation, like I told you before, is not something really easy. It's more complex than you think. And with that being said, creating systems that work for you is something mission critical for you to do. And when you neglect this simple point, your content creation process is going to be a lot complex than it needs to be. That's why if you don't have a system, start creating one right now. Now, if you want to check my content creation system, you will find the link in the bio. And if you want something that could be really helpful, click this video because it could help you understand and be a better content creator.